We just about made it.
Yes.
Time for drinks.
Thank you, speakers. Pat, you're ready.
No, we'll,
You're not going to give me a rejoinder in front of everyone.
No?
could I like that.
Okay, if there are no questions, we're off to refreshments.
There's a question.
There is a question.
Question?
For the session, you opened the session by saying that physics is going to radically, severely radically maybe, change over the next 10 years. Could you just give us an idea of what you have?
Well, what I was thinking about was certainly physics is going to change. Physics always changes, but there are changes taking place which are not not caused by physicists, caused by nature itself, but are changing the way physics is going to be done. Namely, the fact that it is so terribly hard to get experimental evidence. What used to be a 2-year, 3-year operation to do an experiment is now the better time of a scientific lifetime. It's getting harder and harder and harder. We're probably very much reaching or about to reach within the next generation the limits of our ability to build accelerators and do microphysics. We are almost certainly, not almost certainly, we are almost certainly reaching the limits of our ability to see large distances in the sky. These are fundamental issues. These are not practical issues. They are really going to cut down the ability to have a flow of experimental data into those areas where we've learned to ask questions. We've learned to ask questions, and the questions seem like sensible questions, but they also seem like questions which are beyond the range of experiment. And that's very disconcerting. That's, I said, it might delight you and it might appall you. I'm very interested to see what philosophers of science will make out of this, and how, not just philosophers of science, but how science will be done in an era where experimental input into those areas, not every area, there's going to be plenty of areas of physics which is going to have data, but those areas, cosmology, elementary particle physics, how do we do physics when it becomes so top-heavy with theory?
Can I make a quick remark about that? The situation in which Newton started was one, I can almost quote Kepler on it, as far as the physics of what's going on out there, that will forever be a matter of conjecture.
Yes, that's right. Good, well said. Well said.
Refreshments are across the courtyard, in the room across the courtyard.